Everyone's talking about the run game. Got to do the easy. Just run the ball. Niners will win easy. Well, that was the plan last week. But the Niners ran 11 times for 20-something, 27, 28 yards in the first half, threw 19 times. Kyle Juszczyk and the vets had to go to Kyle Shanahan at halftime and said, run the damn ball. And not those words. So how? And then they got the run game on track in the second half, largely because Dallas got tired. Philly probably isn't going to get tired, and the Niners have to get this run game going immediately, Jose. So what do you think they need to do? What's the adjustment they make? What do they do to get this thing rolling?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, and let me add something to this. Christian McCaffrey, calf contusion, not 100%. Elijah Mitchell, right. Groin strain, not 100%, and he's, been in and out of the offense lineup all year. Give me a solution.
He hasn't looked good the last two games either. It wasn't until he broke off that last fat run, which even then he kind of killed himself.
Stepped out of bounds.
That run when he stepped out of bounds. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, it's.
Can we say some things they shouldn't do? How about don't run Christian McCaffrey up the middle early in the game to set a tone? Don't do that.
I don't know why they don't stretch it more. Where are the stretch runs? I feel like you have to try to make them chase. I know stretch runs aren't ideal too much because because you're pretty much forcing your blockers, especially given the way Kyle Shanahan uses his blocking scheme. He's going to try to force all his offensive linemen to try to run and get out there. But force these DBs to tackle, force these linebackers to scrape over, try to do something to find a spark because there's been zero spark in the running game. I feel like. It almost seems like, it's not going to be a finesse because the Eagles are tough, just like the Eagles. They're a tough defense. They're aggressive defense who will handle a million of your punches until the end. But it's almost like the Niners could use a bruiser back, like something like TDP or that should have been, or a Jordan Mason. But come on, Jordan Mason. I'm not even going to talk. Jordan Mason's not going to get any sniff in this game. Then he's not going to trust him at all.
Well, hold on. I agree, but that's a mistake. That guy's fresh. He's good. See, here's my thing. He's going to overuse Mitchell and McCaffrey, two guys who are not 100%. And if those guys, if they look good early on, great, ride them. But if they don't, go to someone else. You got Deebo Samuel, you got Jordan Mason, you got Ray. You got three guys. You want to get to the outside? What about Ray? Last time you gave him a chance, he went for 60 yards and a touchdown? Haven't given him another chance since. Feeling like he's never going to get another chance this year. What about Jordan Mason? The guy's been money all freaking year. What's the problem? You don't like him in pass protection? Okay. All right. Figure it out, Kyle. I don't know, man, because McCaffrey and Mitchell didn't look good enough last game. They look like they're battling through something, and it's only going to be tougher in this game, I think.
I'm surprised we're not seeing more Deebo runs, especially to the outside. I guess it's almost like he kind of abandoned it too early because he saw the quick screens twice that got blown up, and a couple carries didn't really net too much of a chunk play. It's pretty much almost like if Kyle sees if Deebo doesn't gain 10 plus yards on a handoff, it's kind of a failure.
Yeah.
And it's
once he took that -4 yard loss, it was over for him.
Yeah, dude, that defensive line is just blowing it all up, man. They're straight taking TNT and just destroying you guys.
I just don't feel like McCaffrey's getting to the edge like Mostert or like Debo did last year. I don't think Debo's getting to the edge like Debo did last year. Who gets to the edge on this team? Ray. Freaking Ray gets to the edge on this team, but they won't give him a chance. Hey, Kyle, free advice. Hand the ball off to Ray. What is his yards per carry this year? Oh, I'm going to look it up. What is his freaking yards per carry this year, Kyle? This is quality control. Yards per carry. Hell yeah. 19.5. He's had 4 carries. One of them went for freaking 60. Come on, Kyle, man. Quality control. Ray. Get him in the damn game on offense.
But you know what's going to happen if he gives him that carry and it nets 4 yards? Everyone's going to start complaining and be like, why are you getting so cute, Kyle, and stuff like that. I don't think that would even be considered getting cute. It's like, hey, look, we saw something that's worked plenty of times in the not plenty of times, but enough times in the regular season, and we tried it, it didn't work. And this is a game
you need chunk plays. You need chunk plays, and I don't know how you're really going to get them throwing down the field against this D-line and these corners. Are you kidding? You got to manufacture chunk plays on the ground through yak screens. Damn, Ray is that guy. And you're not going to play him because what? You want to give another play to who? I'm just saying. Mitchell? How many plays got to go to McCaffrey before you feel like, you know what? Maybe he's 75% and they're better. Like maybe you just use McCaffrey on screens this game and you don't run him into a brick wall. That's not working. I don't know. Yes. Give him a toss to the outside, but if he has no burst, give Ray a chance.
Yeah, just I'd like to see at least a few more Deebo Samuel carries. Didn't we say like? And I think it's not even just us. Everyone before the season, even beginning of the season, it's like don't run Deebo Samuel too heavily, too early in the season. And now that he's like healthy, especially fresh off an injury, like he looks healthy, he looks solid. It's like wouldn't this be the game where you really just want to like unload the clip on his usage and just ride that pony all the way down? Like just figure it out, see it, because tire him out. To give him more balanced running attack, the same way you do the passing attack, right? They don't also rely on one passing receiver. It's just whoever shows up. You know, Brandon Ayuk.
It's a good call, man.
Trayvon Diggs most of the game, and it's like okay, Trayvon's gonna shadow Brandon Ayuk, and he did a good job of it. George Kittle can get behind these linebackers and safeties. So George, here you go. You know, Debo's more decoy. Juwan Jennings is good. So it's like. It's not. He doesn't have the same approach with his passing attack that he does with running backs, because maybe because he wants to feel smarter because it's Christian McCaffrey of what they got for him in terms of draft hauls they gave him. He's an all-pro running back, pretty much. Essentially, you know, we know he's pretty much that caliber versus the other guys. It just, I don't know. It just feels like he should be looking at more through a wide scope lens than just a telescope.
Yeah, it seems like with McCaffrey and Mitchell. Give them both carries early. See what you got. If they're ineffective, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle turns to Debo and be like, Debo, you're a running back today. It's the NFC Championship game. If you don't go crazy, we're going to lose. And just sort of bank on Debo having competitive greatness and raising his game and carrying the Niners like he did last year. I don't know if he's in shape to do it, but that's an option the Niners have is just convert Debo to running back because, frankly, he's not taking over games as a wide receiver this year. Mm-hmm. So if McCaffrey and Mitchell are hurt and ineffective, you can't be like, hey, buddy, Brock, you got no run game today, bud. You're gonna drop back. It's not gonna happen. So you gotta. If it ain't those two, then it's Debo. If it ain't Debo, then it's freaking Mason. You can't just concede your run game. And I feel like they almost did in the first half last week. They're like, oh, you know, Dallas kind of wants to. Dallas got 5 on the line. Dallas wants to take. We'll pat. Like, no, don't do that. Don't freaking do that.
They were overcrowding that box like crazy.
Yeah, okay, we'll find a way to freaking run. Because you know what? Philly's going to do it too. You know Philly's going to do that.
Finding the way
you want to run on us?
Pass to open up the run.
Yeah, we don't respect Purdy. We don't respect his arm. We got 2 of the best corners in the league. We're going to stack the box. Oh, you want to run the ball? We know it. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to run Christian McCaffrey into 8-man boxes? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to get creative?
Yeah, you know what, though? As much as it's like it's poor, especially for the first 2 to 3 quarters as it's been, I think it kind of still does work to a degree because, you know, it's pretty much you're taking the L downs early to hopefully make your passing game still better. And then towards the latter half of the game, you're running. But this also pertains that you hope that your defense holds up.
But don't just take the L on it, though. You got Kyle Shanahan. You got the smartest coach of all time, right? Like he's the genius of geniuses. But not every play is
going to be big, right?
It doesn't have to be big, but just you have to find a way to be efficient on the running game. I don't want to hear any excuses. There's no excuses for Brock Purdy. He's got to find a way to be efficient in the passing game, even though he's a rookie. Kyle, man, 11 for 27 the first half. That's on you. Do better. Do better because you got to have an efficient running game the entire game against. And it doesn't matter if they got 8 in the box. Figure it out. You know, go to RPOs. Go to play action bootlegs. There's got to be some change-ups you can do to soften that box a little bit. But the adjustment isn't, hey, we're passing today. No. No.
But it's also, I think it's also maybe Kyle, and maybe he is trying to do that. Maybe he wants to do that, but then he knows his running block, his offensive line isn't like top notch to do it consistently, at least to a degree. So it's almost better to make.
I don't want to hear excuses.
To lighten.
I don't want any excuses. He thinks Mike McGlinchey's good. He likes Mike McGlinchey. He wanted Jake Brendel. No. I don't want to hear that, Kyle. You're a genius. You got all the pieces you wanted. You're a genius. I think you can figure out how to score more than 20 points this week. He needs to. How to run for more than 100 yards this week.